Welcome to a Matter of Mindset podcast. Joseph Carpe Diem, putting in work from the AM to the PM. I know I've been away for a minute, but I'm back now. Back like I never left.
I had to drag him back from his cave, you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy, he don't like doing this, and I had to convince him. I had to pull him out of his... Let me not start talking.
Listen, I'm back. Obviously,
cool.
It's been a while. Sorry for the absence. Life caught up with me a bit, but I will be committed to this thing because you don't start where you don't intend to finish. You have to finish what you start. So
you didn't come this far to come this far.
Absolutely. But yes, obviously, like, comment, subscribe to A Matter of Mindset on all platforms. Mm-hmm. But without further ado, let me introduce my most reoccurring guest, Kdali, in the building.
I'm the most reoccurring.
Yeah, you come. This is your third time.
Third time?
Yeah, this is your third time.
I did come a first time, but this guy didn't record.
Oh, my God.
I had to draw you out one time, but yeah, man.
How you doing, though, man?
You know what? I've been enjoying my own energy. I've been enjoying my own company. It's been such a blissful time, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, last year was a very good year for me. You know that for sure, right? So, I feel like when the year started, everyone's coming with these New Year's resolutions and things of that nature. And you know me, I'm very goal driven. Like, I'm very serious about where I am in my life and just progressing things, you know what I'm saying? And I had 1,000 epiphanies. And I was like to myself, there's so many people that look up to me in this thing, you know what I'm saying? And I came to the conclusion that I cannot help anyone if I'm not doing well myself. I can't save anyone if I'm not right within myself. And not saying that I wasn't right within myself, but I never underestimate what it takes in order for me to make my vision a reality. So, you know what I'm saying? The greatest investment you have is yourself. And at the end of the day, it's like, so many people want my energy, but at the end of the day, if I'm not right, I can't help anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, enough man want handouts, enough man want this, enough man want to this, that, and the other. And I don't mind connecting with people, but at the end of the day, it's like, if I got my own game plan right, I can't help. I can't. You know, if my glass ain't full, I can't give nobody a drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So, and it's also a thing was another key thing about being a man is you need to be whole within yourself. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. I feel like the less you rely on external factors in order for you to move forward, the better you'll be. Period. No one can fucking stop you, bro. Know what I'm saying? And that requires a lot of kind of isolation. Don't get me wrong. I've been chilling with a lot of my niggas, a lot of my inner circle, the people that I break bread with proper. But at the same time, it's I have, there's just certain times that you have to limit.
Yeah, you have to retreat, innit?
You have to retreat and build so you can come back 10 times stronger. You can't saturate yourself too tough, you feel me? So yeah, man, just coming up with a sick game plan.
Yeah. And again, for you to be of value to other people, you have to build up your own.
You have to be valuable yourself. Period.
So, absolutely. Even speaking of epiphanies, I had one epiphany as well. That the hardest thing in life to do is look in the mirror. Everyone can point fingers all day, every day, but to actually look at yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, cool, what do I need to improve about me is the most difficult conversation you could ever have. Because again, everyone likes to point fingers. Again, don't criticize the world when your house is not in order. Do not criticize the world when your house is not in order. So for me, this year, I've been on trying to get myself together. Not that I'm not together like that, but there's always another level in my mind.
Let me explain something to you. Yeah? Do you know why being selfish is the most selfless thing to do? Bro, let me tell you something. We are men. You know what I'm saying? Men, a lot of shit is expected of us from a young age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. This is how society works, yeah? Men, we have to create our value. Women have to preserve their value. You know what I'm saying? Us as men, we're told to go grind, go do things. We're expected to be capable from a young age. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga don't know how to do something, he's looked down upon. If you don't know how to drive, you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to do that, if you don't know how to do that. Why don't we invest in ourselves? That should be your religion as a man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because from the get-go, you're judged from this. If you don't know how to do something as a man, people demasculate you. Oh, you don't know how to drive? You don't know how to pay bills? You don't know how to do this? You don't know how to make a girl come? You don't know how to do this, that, and the other. Like, men, the cornerstone for a man's value is capability. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to do something, there's some people that not everyone is good, man. Some people are bad, man. You feel me? Some people, like, people are going to judge you from the get-go. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I'm saying isolation is kind of important, because let me tell you something. Not everyone is on this building yourself up type thing. Everyone's on this consumer thing. We have to be on this creating thing, especially us as black men. You feel me?
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story. Mare Street, no word of a lie. I saw a black man come out of a Lamborghini. To me, that was like fucking goosebumps. You feel me? So it's like, I came up to him. And when I see someone of value, I feel like I need to do due diligence and learn from them. When you see someone doing better than you, especially when they have the same skin color as you, don't be envious of them. Learn from them, bro. Learn from them.
We need to talk about envy, but continue.
Nah, this is the thing that he told me. This is what he told me. He told me, I'm like, how can I realize my vision like how you realize your vision? This guy owns an airport, he owns this, and he's a black man from Hackney. Rides a Lambo, no word of a lie, I swear on everything I love. You know what he told me? You need to have a creator's mindset, not a consumer's mindset. Every day we always want to consume. We want to be at the party. We want to buy this, we want to have that, we want to do this. When are we going to create? And this is the thing. We need to be uplifting the people that actually have the courage to create.
Yeah.
Because when you have the courage, when you create, you are more susceptible to criticism. People are gonna look at you start a new clothing brand, people are gonna look at you, oh, your thing's meaty. You start a podcast, people are gonna be like, oh, you're doing it wrong. You start like, I don't know, like a jewelry line or like something that you created from the ground up, you're gonna be susceptible to criticism. That's why people don't start. That's why people don't move, and that's why people don't persist. Sometimes it's hard to start, but it's even harder to persist.
Yeah,
it's harder to keep going, but you have to keep going, because at the end of the day, I know you're gonna say some shit, but hold on to it.
Yeah, go on.
That's why it's important to keep going, because at the end of the day, us as a people, we need to be able to create things that we can put our name on, you feel me?
Yeah.
So we can pass it on generation to generation. Other races done that time ago. They've been cleaned up from time ago. But we want to have this we want to have this consumer mindset. We're not consuming to produce. We're consuming to... We're consuming to just fucking consume.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me let your point come.
And do you know what I think as well? In regards to creating, when you create, you are subject to more criticism. But it's like, you can criticize me all you want, but you haven't got the courage to create.
Exactly.
If I don't know if you've read Phil Knight, it's the founder of Nike.
Shoe Dog.
Yeah, Shoe Dog.
I need to read it.
You know, fam, in the first, when you told me about starting a podcast, I was reading that book at the time, and like the first few pages, it said, "Cowards never start."
Cowards never start.
Never start, and that was the proverbial like push I needed to be like, you know what? I don't know what this journey of starting the podcast is going to involve, but I have to just start, because if I don't start, I don't know how far I can take this.
That's it. Do
you get what I'm saying? And you see, when it comes to, like, I think creators are very misunderstood. Very misunderstood. Because, again, to create a space where people feel comfortable to actually reason with you and actually just try and learn, understand, for whatever reason, like, to create that space, it's not easy, you know? Like, you not always have the motivation. Again, this is why I don't really do this. That's why for me, I've come to the realization, for me, that in the grand scheme of things, feelings do not matter. Duty is what's important.
Fuck feelings. fuck feelings. Fuck feelings, bro. I scream till the day I die. Fuck feelings, bro. Your feelings will tell you to run when someone's trying to dead your boy. No, fuck that. Go protect your boy. Your feelings will tell you, don't post that thing. People gonna laugh at you. No, post it, bro. Fuck feelings, bro. You cannot move off of emotion, fam. Emotions will only hold you back. Emotions are important to like connect people to people, but at the end of the day, if you're using your decisions making for your emotions to make decisions, you're always gonna lose, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need to know the back of your mind that, yo, if I just pattern my thing properly, yeah. If I just pattern my thing proper, if I just maneuver in the right way and I just persist, then I'm unstoppable, fam. You'll never get anything done to an excellent manner if you just do it when you feel like doing it, bro. Fuck when you feel like doing it. This is your duty. This is your due diligence. You're going to, whether I'm tired, I'm going to do it anyway. Whether I'm scared, I'm going to do it anyway. Whether I feel down or no one's rating my thing, fuck other people. I rate my thing. I'm going to do it anyways. Exactly. Fuck what anyone else says. Fuck fear. Fuck procrastination. Fuck all of that shit. I'm saying fuck a lot because this is what affects a lot of people. At the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do regardless, bro.
Yeah.
You got to move regardless. You got to be able to take that step even when you don't see the next step, bro.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what separates the legendary from the cowards. That's what separates the winners from the losers. You feel me?
Yeah. And again, I think you were talking about envy, yeah? And I think the conversation of envy has come up a lot recently in my life. And I think that envious spirit is a very dangerous spirit because, again, you saw someone that you aspire to be to, you aspire, like, not just aspired, but you looked up to them to a certain degree. And instead of you being envious, you wanted to understand, okay, cool, what does it take? And I think a lot of people have an issue with humbling themselves.
Do you know what it is? Do you know why people don't do it? Because they wear the ego on their sleeve, right? And they think in their mind, if I go up to my man and expose myself in a vulnerable sense where man's like, yo, how can I pattern this thing? How can I do this thing? They have a every man for himself mentality. Yeah. And there could have been a thing where like I went up to my man and I would have been like, yo, rare, and he would have just brushed me off.
Yeah.
He was humble enough not to do that, but even if that was the case, yeah, you need to understand that, one, nobody owes you anything, and two, you cannot take that personal. My man's a very busy man. I was very grateful for him giving that advice to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's the thing was that even if he did brush me off, I can't take that personal.
Yeah, you're not entitled to anything.
Because here's the thing: when I became a more high value man, at the end of the day, it came to a thing was like, I was kind of like, not brushing people off, but they would have pictured it in a way where like me not responding to the messages. Oh, he thinks he's Hollywood. He thinks he's bougie. Now, last year was the first year. That's how you know you're elevating, though. Last year was the first year that I kind of got that from other people. People were telling me, oh, you're moving to Hollywood. They were saying that in a jokey way because they don't want to burn the bridge. But I could see through everything, innit?
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, when you're elevating your thing, sometimes you just have to protect your energy.
Yeah.
Especially when you hear certain things about certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really got to protect your energy because anytime, like, I'm bringing someone into my circle or I want to, like, lecture someone about something, I just thinking, what can this person bring to the table? How can this person provide value for me? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not obligated to give anyone anything, just like no one's obligated to give me anything.
Yeah.
That's why, let me tell you something. That's why the isolation thing and the self-development thing is so critical. Because unless you provide them value for someone, no one's obligated to help you.
Yeah.
No one's obligated to give you an opportunity. No one's obligated to like do anything for you unless you provide them value to them. You know what I'm saying? The only person that's ever gonna love you unconditionally is your mother and your family. That's it. Everything else is conditional.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you need to you need to be 10 toes in your thing. You need to be on your grind. You need to like develop yourself and provide more value. Or else like, you serve no purpose, you serve no skills. Especially if you're a man. Why do you think people walk past homeless people when they're begging for money? What am I gonna get out of giving you money? Especially if you're a man begging on the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People only give to homeless people when they're being... Why do you think people only give to homeless people when they're being recorded or when someone else does it?
Because it serves their self-interest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes them look better. If no one's recording me doing this, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Why am I gonna get out of it?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's most people's mentality, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should do that. But give out the goodness of your heart. You know what I'm saying? Don't expect anything in return, you feel me?
Yeah.
But most people are not like that. Human beings, we're habitually selfish creatures. We do what's within our best interest. How is this going to benefit me? And that bleeds into another thing. You need to be able to, you know, when you're pitching yourself to someone, when you're looking for opportunity, the best way to get yourself through the door, you need to depict yourself as an object of desire. You need to depict yourself as an object of desire. You know, this is the thing, right? Social proof is a very powerful thing. So let's say, this is an example, by the way, scenario. Let's say you're doing a job interview, right? Why does the employer ask you, looks at your CV, and the first thing he looks at is what previous jobs you had?
Because they want to see your history, innit?
No. They want to see if you're employable.
Yeah.
They want to see, has other people did this, that, and the other? Has other people hired this person? How did they perform? Why are they calling your previous jobs to see, okay, so how was Joey like? How was he like? Right. They want to see that social proof. When you're buying something from Amazon, why do people
leave reviews?
Why do people leave it? Because they want to see if that's a good product.
Yeah.
Because they know that the product information section, people are chatting shit just so they can get a sell in it. So they want to see, is your product really good?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why do girls only fuck the most popular guy in the school? Because other girls want him. This is the power of social proof. People want what other people want. Most people can't think for themselves. So if you're approaching someone from a position of scarcity, unless he or she is a very good person and they have authentic, unconditional love for you, they have no interest in bringing you in.
If other people don't want you, why should I want you?
Exactly. That's what people find it so hard to find. Like, no, one of the 4 laws of power. Appeal to people's self-interest,
never to their mercy or gratitude.
Listen, there's no mercy. The game ain't based on sympathy, bro.
It's on the hat.
Look, it's on the hat right now, fam. I don't know if you're picking it up. It's Gabos.
Yeah.
Check out their fucking clothing. But let me tell you something. Like, you need to position yourself as a product of desire. You know what I'm saying? Why do people buy fake followers? Never buy fake followers, by the way. But why do people do that? Because they wanna show people that, oh, other people fuck with me.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. People are gonna test that shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it shouldn't be like that. But that's just how human psychology is. At the end of the day, you wanna give your input, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, again, for you to be, you have to build yourself up to be valuable.
Exactly.
You have to, like, again, it's so mad, but your value, a lot of it is intrinsic, but a lot of it is determined by other people. So you don't determine your own value.
It's determined by your reputation.
Yeah, exactly. So much depends on your reputation. Guard it with your life.
Exactly.
That's one of the 4 laws as well.
That book is like my bad.
That book is.
So
I feel like that book has got a bad rap, but there's so many gems in there. But you know what it is? You know what it is with that book? A lot of people read that book with an emotional eye. So because what Robert Greene is saying may trigger people's feelings, they can't actually see the message within the message.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What, you know, you said something on one of the previous episodes we recorded, yeah? You don't get what you pray for, you get what you grind for.
Amen.
Yeah?
Amen.
Fam, you know, when you said it, yeah, it didn't even hit me as much as it's hitting me now.
Yeah.
Because I've been working, like literally been working.
You
like,
don't get what you pray for.
You get what you grind for. Speaking of working, yeah, I found a new interest in colognes, yeah. You see this cologne, yeah? Valentino. Let me look before I open the box. Valentino Uomo Intense, yeah? This is the leather jacket cologne, you get me? When you're wearing the all black leather jacket, This is the one right here. Let me just open this right.
Winter scent,
Let me open that right quick. Boom! Look at that. Look at the bottle, bruv. Look at the bottle.
And let me show you niggas how to apply cologne real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's how you apply it.
Yeah, go on, do your thing, bro.
So basically, I see you enough of you man spraying it like a Congolese uncle, fam, spraying it all over. All you gotta do is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 behind the neck. That's it. And it smells sexy, fam. Go buy it.
Smell that though. What's this?
Bro, it smells like I can bag someone's auntie, fam.
Fam, this one right here, this is a sweet one as well. Listen, Valentino Uomo Intense. Valentino, holla at me, bruv.
Listen, he's very
Valentino, holla at me, man.
Like he's getting sponsored.
No, but fam, you see what it is as well, yeah? Talking about men, yeah? Like, again, people have to be blessed with your presence, bruv.
Exactly.
And one way you bless people with your presence is by smelling good, yeah? Don't be spraying cologne, but you ain't wash your armpits, ain't wash your balls, you ain't wash your nyash, bruv. You get me? Take care of everything, then finishing touches right here.
A little tip. This might be like, fucking common sense to certain men. It's related to the previous topic. Man, them never tell a gal, I ain't got no hoes. I don't talk to no gal. Don't ever fucking say that, bro. Know what I'm saying? Because consciously she wants you to say it. But unless she's your actual girlfriend. Man, them don't ever say that because social proof is a motherfucker. If she's thinking he ain't chatting to no gal, she's gonna think, why would I want him?
What did Ludacris say in area codes? I got hoes. Tell them you got hoes, man. Tell them you got hoes.
Know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. And same thing with a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be like, oh, this is the only job that I have. This, that, and the other. Like,
one of the topics you were talking about, yeah, is how to ensure career longevity. How to ensure career longevity. Let's talk about that. How do you make sure that longevity is something that you have in this game?
You know what, yeah. You see, like, in this music game, man, you know, you get an artist and they're here today and they're gone tomorrow. Why is that? Because the song is bigger than them. I feel like one point of building a strong career is really more so about brand awareness, courting attention, and to be able to adapt. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists, they come into the game. They want to do a TikTok dance. They want to do this, they want to do that. And when that's gone, they go with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, not only with music, but with anything, like, you really need to, like, get into the point where, like, your brand is always the cornerstone of everything. And you're always able to not necessarily adapt to, like, what's hot, but it's more so of a thing as like you need to be able to reinvent yourself consistently because let's be honest, people, they get bored really quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They get bored, they move on to the next and move on to the next thing. You always need to be able to get new leads, new fans, new this, new that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like the biggest aspect of longevity is to be able to maintain people's attention. That's why artists like Drake, Kanye West, Jay-Z are always relevant to this day. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, especially Drake and Kanye, they understand the power of, like, controversy. You know what I'm saying? Like, controversy really gives people's eyes towards you regardless, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, like, X Factor. Do you remember anyone that's ever won X Factor? Do you remember any of them?
Nah.
Talent is not enough. Talent is not, it's really not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need, in this game, you really need more than that. People need to be able to fall in love with your story and be embedded in your world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need some sort of, like, a quality about you that can't really be denied, whether your music is amazing. Because, let me tell you something, like, people say, oh, it's the quality of the music. Yeah, that plays an aspect of it. But music is also subjective. So I feel like in order for you to stay here for like 10, 15 years, your your shit just gotta be undeniable, and also like, you know, also going into other ventures helps with the longevity as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 50 Cent, he's going into TV, this, that, and the other. So even though he's declining music wise, I feel like his brand is still alive.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I think I was going back to you've been reading a lot of 48 Laws of Power. Clearly, like I can tell.
I've been reading a lot of other books. Yeah. I'll let you know what books I've been reading.
Because if you're talking about always recreating yourself, yeah, Kanye West and 50 Cent have done that very well. Like 50 Cent went from the gangster rapper to actor, creative director. He's recreated himself a lot of times. And if we're talking about Kanye, he went from producer, musician, fashion designer, like billionaire. Like he's done all of that. So being able to recreate yourself is a big important thing. I agree, totally agree. What was I gonna say? Making yourself a priority.
I think we touched on that as well. You know, what I'm saying, making yourself a priority. I feel like people get a bad. I feel like selfish people are the most rational people in the world, because let me tell you something. This life is like Game of Thrones. Like everyone's out for themselves.
Absolutely.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like loyalty is so uncommon nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So like, at the end of the day, it's like, if you don't take care of yourself, no one's gonna take care of yourself. People treat you how you treat yourself.
Yeah.
If I came into this thing, dirty top, I had no trim, no nothing, I smell like shit, people are gonna treat you like shit, bro. If you come in and you come correct, not only in the way you look, but in the way you act, people are gonna treat you way better, with more respect, because people treat you better when you respect yourself. People respect you when you respect yourself. No one can, you know what I'm saying? So like, making yourself a priority is so prevalent, because like, here's the thing, like, when you don't know your worth, it's so easy for people to manipulate you. It's so easy for people to, you know, pull the wool over your eyes and try to tell you your worth. People will pray that you don't know your worth, so they can put your worth, what they want your worth to be on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People will cut you short, period. You know what I'm saying? So making yourself a priority is so key in this life. You know what I'm saying? Because like, look at the people that, I'm not saying that working for someone is bad, yeah. I'm trying to pick my words carefully, because, because at the end of the day, it's like, there's people that work in retail, slaving for this boss, putting up with shitty customers. You know what I'm saying? Breaking their back, going hard. They're getting paid minimum wage. Area manager comes in, the store looks nice, manager takes all the credit. Make people do their work for you, but always take the credit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So these people, they're making a living, they're doing their job, but if they made themselves more of a priority, they would be in a better position. Don't you think?
Yeah, and if you valued yourself the way you were supposed to, you probably wouldn't be there. And that's
don't get me wrong. Everyone got to start. From somewhere.
Everyone got. You got to start from somewhere before we get
But it's all about elevation.
Yeah.
And making yourself a priority is all about your elevation. You need to look at your manager, your boss, and think, okay, cool. What makes him or her so different from me? How is this person more superior to me? Because of a job title? Fuck that, bro.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying, like, you can be in that position if you want to, but I feel like a lot of people are conditioned to be in a low value position.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? That's what school. Why would school teach on to be a boss? Society says school needs workers, right? They need workers. They need people. We need people under us to make this shit go forward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. But when someone comes out of the limelight and says, I want to be a boss, I want to be a man, I want to run my own, I want to run my own thing.
Oh, you can't do that.
Listen, that's why there's something called gatekeepers. That's why there's something called, like, that's why in order for you to do this, they put in so many qualifications and this, that, and the other. You have to do this, you have to do that. Because they want to make it harder for you on purpose. They want to keep you in the working class. It benefits them more. Why do people say, oh, the government is so rubbish, oh, Boris doesn't know what it was meant to be this way.
Yeah.
It was meant to be this way. They wanted it to be hard, bro. They wanted it to be hard for you to do an LLC or whatever. They wanted it to be hard for you to... They didn't want to show you the way. No one taught me how to do taxes. They didn't want you to know. The less you know, the more it benefits them.
Yeah.
The less you know your worth, it benefits them even more. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
No, I understand. I understand completely.
Bro, let me give you a scenario, right? So basically, you know, there's this guy called David. Let's give him a name called David, right? David, most popular guy in the school, right? Fucks all the girl. He's captain of the football team. One of the girls is Khadija. Khadija comes to David's dorm room every weekend, cooks for him, fucks him, sucks his dick while he's playing FIFA. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? David and Khadija are not an item, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're not an item. But David understands that Khadija doesn't know her worth. So he's manipulating that. Well, he might not be manipulating that, but Khadijah's putting herself in a compromising position. Because she's thinking, if I act like a wife, maybe one day he'll see my worth. Maybe one day he'll wife me. She keeps asking him, what are we? He acts like John Legend. We're just ordinary people. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I hear you. Do
you understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
No, I do. And
let me switch the genders around. Letitia, sexy as fuck, Lori Harvey lookalike. Know what I'm saying? All the guys want to press him, right? And then this guy called Ben. Ben and Letitia go to the same class, right? Ben is head over heels over Letitia. Letitia don't see Ben. But Ben gives her all the validation, all of the love, all of this, all the attention. He buys food, he carries her bags. No, not that, maybe not that extreme. He fucking, I don't know, he teaches her whatever. He gives her all the attention in the world. He's in the friend zone. Letitia complains to him about guys that she's seeing. He ain't getting no nothing. But in his mind, he's like, maybe if I keep telling her how beautiful she is, if I keep doing this, maybe she'll see my worth. Rare. He's in a bad position because he doesn't know his worth. That's the similarity between Ben and Khadija. David is leveraging off of Khadija's
not knowing her worth.
Worth. Letitia's leveraging on Ben not knowing his worth. Ben is giving his attention freely. Khadija's giving her pussy up freely. Men value sex. Women value attention. They are not putting a worth on his attention or her sex because they don't value it. They see those people as superior. Therefore, this is how people leverage of you not knowing your worth. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, absolutely. And just so people are aware, the number one theme of this podcast is accountability. Period. Listen, I don't know what podcast you got listen to or whatever, but if you think you're gonna come here with a little sub story and that you're gonna get coddled, nah, sorry. You had autonomy over your own body and over your own mind. You made the decisions that you made.
They have the option to get out of that position, right? And say, you know what? I'm not getting what I want from this. Khadija was like, if this nigga don't wife me, I'm out. If he don't cut off all his other things, I'm out. By the way, the fact that other girls are on them is why she wants them in the first place. But she needs to understand that if you're not getting reciprocation, Khadija and Ben need to understand, if you're not getting reciprocation, you need to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And you staying in there is making it worse. Listen, when Ben is interacting with Letitia in the canteen, everyone's looking at them. Her friends know you wanna fuck her. Your friends know you wanna fuck her.
She knows you wanna fuck her.
She knows you
wanna fuck her as well, bro.
Listen, everyone watching you in the canteen knows you wanna fuck her. She knows. And the fact that you're not a man enough to just ask her out shows how much of a bitch you are. And that makes you even more unattractive.
Real talk.
Know what I'm saying? So, if these two people, Ben and Khadija, just understood that if I'm not getting reciprocation, I need to get the fuck out. Just get the fuck out. If it's too one-sided, if any relationship, even if it's a business relationship, it's too one-sided. If you're not getting if you're not reaping your benefits, if you're not getting what you feel like you deserve, you need to opt out. You need to opt out. Period.
I agree with you, but
no one owes you anything, but you don't owe anyone anything either.
I agree, but what about those people that will say it's not that easy to leave, which it isn't? But what about those people that will say that it's not?
You're in too deep. They're in too deep, bro. They're too in it, bro. You need to understand that the more you prolong yourself into things, you're gonna get more attached, bro.
Yeah.
This is why there's certain girls that with certain niggas for 3 years, still waiting on the ring, still waiting on to get a car, still waiting for a title. But you just carry the cap in front of their face. Give you just a little bit of hope. They know what they're doing. But men and women were both guilty. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, real talk. Nah.
Even at work, they're just dangling that promotion in your face. You want to leave.
Real talk.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's like, oh, don't you want that promotion? £2 extra an hour. They're not giving it to you. You need to cut, fam. Period.
No, real talk. But yeah, man. When you know your worth, the decisions that you make will tend to be very different.
Why? Because you have no leverage. That's why they want to leave. If they had other leverage is also other options. If you have other options, no one can chat shit to you.
Yeah.
Period. But if you're in scarcity and you don't have no other options and this thing is your only thing, this girl's your only girl, this guy's your only guy.
Yeah. That's true. It's true. But let's talk about modern versus traditional masculinity and femininity. What are your thoughts on that?
No, you know what it is that I think masculinity is so gone. It's like it's disappeared now. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. Like, I feel like true masculinity is very needed. And I feel like there's not enough of it, you know, in our society. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, especially the black man, we've been feminized. We've been feminized to a certain point where, like, we've been kind of scrutinized for our masculine tendencies. Like, when we're taking the lead, we're viewed as too controlling. When we like, you know, we're supposed to be the leaders, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's also a thing where I feel like there's a difference between real masculinity and toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real masculinity is where, you know, you're being authentically a man without having to be destructive. Toxic masculinity is destructive. Real masculinity is constructive. You know, there's nothing masculine about, I don't know, like, you know them fake tough men?
Yeah.
Them fake tough guys that just try to act, talk bare shit. You know what I'm saying? Just talking, trying to always put on a mean mug and degrading and hurting people and shit like that. You're a bitch, bro. I'm saying I know enough niggas like that, and I just look at them like, you're not fooling nobody, you're just capping, bro. Know what I'm saying? There's nothing masculine about like, I don't know, just being destructive, bro. Beating your girl up and all of them thing there, like, you know, there's nothing masculine about being overreactive and over emotional, fam. Real men were supposed to be calm.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be like being able. There's nothing masculine about not being able to control your emotions.
Say that again. Say that again, please.
There's nothing masculine about not being able to control your emotion. Listen, let me tell you something.
A round of applause right there.
Let me tell you something. One of the cornerstones of being a man is being able to control you. That's why.
Go on. Now, there's a round of applause, bruv.
Okay, cool. That's why. Another thing about being a masculine man is controlling your sexual discipline, bro. Sexual discipline is also very important. You know what I'm saying? Like, the number one way niggas get manipulated is pussy, through sex.
Bro. Yeah, bro.
It's pussy. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to control that, you're lost, bro. That's why I'm hearing about this dickhead Manchester United player.
Mason. Moving mad.
Moving crazy, like, bro, like, it's mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to preserve that energy. And put into more, you know,
constructive things.
Productive things, you know what I'm saying? Like, controlling your emotions, controlling your feelings, not restricting them, but I know it sounds mad unfair, yeah, but I feel like we're supposed to be the oak tree. You know what I'm saying? Women, they're the ones who are supposed to be frantic and emotional, and let them do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you're around your woman, she needs to know that you're gonna be her brick wall.
The consistent,
brick wall. I don't want to see none of you niggas arguing with your girl, bro. That's feminine behavior. That's what I wanted to catch up on. A lot of niggas, they are indulging in feminine behavior, bro. Feminine behavior. I don't want to be around no niggas that are gossiping. I don't want to be around no niggas that are fucking catting behavior. I don't want to, no bitchy behavior, arguing and all of this thing there. I don't want to be around no niggas like that, because here's the thing. Like, that's what they do. If I'm around a bunch of girls and they're gossiping, I'm like, okay, good, that's just girls being girls. But us as men, we need to be men.
Yeah.
Men need to be men again. You feel me?
Solution oriented.
Stop focusing on problem, focus on the solution. Because when you focus on the problem too much, you're thinking emotionally. You're not thinking rationally. I'm not saying men were not supposed to feel emotions, but that doesn't fix anything. We're the problem solvers. We're the providers. So let us be us and let them be them. You know what I'm saying? I don't, like, people can say, women can do what women do, man can do what men can do. But at the end of the day, I can love my daughter. I don't have any kids yet. I can love my daughter. I can cherish my daughter. I can't teach her how to be a woman. My wife, she can love my son. She can care about her son. She can't teach him how to be a man. She can't teach him how to be a man. Only I can do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what's your input on that? Because I feel like, because the reason why I wanted to bring that up, because I feel like the lines have been blurred. And I feel like it's kind of destroying our community more than helping our community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, women should get equal pay, this, that, and the other. Women should get equal rights and this, that, and the other. But I think the worst thing that happened to our black community is the mothers thinking they can do the father's job. I feel like that is the worst.
Bro.
Expand on it.
Bro, obviously one of the topics that you had, is the issues in the black community. And in my view, the biggest issue in the black community is the attack on masculinity and fatherhood.
Keep talking.
The reason why, there's so many issues in the black community, in my view, is because in most cases, the father's not in the home. So he's not there to provide a balance.
Well, why is the father not in the home?
Why is the father not in the home? Many reasons. Many reasons. He's chosen not to be there. He may have engaged in a life of criminality. Many reasons.
Why do you think as soon as a black couple have a baby, the black couple disappears? Why do you think the relationship goes down the drain? Because that's very common. Why do you think so? I'm gonna catch up with you in a second, but why?
I feel like
you can think you could just
a lot of men are not allowed to be men, especially when they have children.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Do you know, whenever I ask that question, when I ask a man a question, they always say it's the woman's fault. When I ask a woman that question, it's always the man's fault. I think no one's acknowledging the fact that when a single mother has children, she gets more benefits from the government. It's a systematic problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She gets more benefits from the government. She's entitled to housing. She's entitled to this. She's entitled to that. You know what I'm saying? The system made it this way. So, like, people, ethnic minorities, if the father's not in the house, that means, ooh, I'm entitled to more than my nigga ain't shit. Okay, cool. Let me make it easier for the both of us. You know what I'm saying? The father, the expenses, the cost of living is higher when you have children. So it's the thing was like they're opting out. You know what I'm saying? Plus, like, having a baby is usually like a business decision at the end of the day. But you know, at the end of the day, it's like when you have a child, your life is not yours anymore.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the next 18 years of your life is down to the kid now. It belongs to your child. You know what I'm saying? Like, before the kid, you're fucking every day. You get to go out to the club all the time with each other. This, that, and the other. Now the baby's in the equation.
Yeah.
Things have become a bit more complicated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So it really having a baby really tests the strength of you lot's relationship at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I feel like, especially in the black community, the couple dissipates when the babies happen, because again, it comes back to masculinity and femininity. You know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes do black women really trust us? Do black women really trust us? Because like we're always talking down on them and saying that they don't let us do our job, but then again, look what history has shown. You know what I'm saying? And this is my personal opinion. Black women are probably the most disrespected entity in society. You know what I'm saying? And the people that disrespect them probably the most is us. Us as black men. Like, our relationship, black men and black women, our relationship
it's
has
toxic.
been destroyed.
Yeah.
And that's not really our fault. Have you heard of something called the Willie Lynch theory?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Basically, Willie Lynch was a slave master, right? And he was he knew how to destroy black people psychologically. He made this letter he sent to all the slave masters. If you want to conquer these people,
you have to remove the man.
You have to remove the mind. You have to psychologically fuck them over, fam. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what he would do to the strongest black man within that village? You know what the slave master used to do? They used to get the strongest black man. They would either beat him up, kill him, or rape him.
Send a message to the other ones.
Send the message to the other ones. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like, that would psychologically damage them. You know what I'm saying? Like, plus, the thing was, like, black women are growing up in a society where they're being disrespected for the color of their skin. They're being disrespected for they're being told that their hair isn't pretty enough. It's not professional. They're coming to this world feminine as fuck, and someone telling them, oh, she got too much attitude, rare. But if another woman of another race did the same thing, then she'll be saying, oh, she's so spicy, she's so racist. But when a black woman does it, oh, she's so this, that, and the other. We're conditioned to think that dark skin is ugly. When a black woman sees all of these things that she's conditioned to be, of course she's gonna have her guard up at the end of the day. So I don't know why we're subconsciously seeing our own women as low value.
Do you know what though? I do agree with you, but all the things that you listed, I don't think those problems that black women face are exclusive to black women. Black men have had their hair questioned, whether they have it in like afros. It's not a competition, but again, what we're doing now is we're doing comparison Olympics, saying, oh, my struggle is more than yours, or your struggle is worse, my struggle is worse than yours. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying there's a lack of empathy in the black community, quote unquote black community. But I think a lot of it boils back to the fathers not being in the home. A lot of
real masculine fathers.
Yes.
Go back to what I was saying about real masculine versus toxic masculinity.
Yeah, because what masculine parents do, or a masculine man would do, is he would instill confidence in his children, whether that's male or female. A lot of reason why, in my view, a lot of black women have self-image issues is because they're not getting confidence from their fathers.
They're getting confidence from the streets.
They're getting confidence from the streets, and where they're probably getting into relationships and that's not going well, they're further questioning themselves. So they're not getting the validation from their father growing up, combined with negative relationship experiences. Of course, it's going to impact how you view yourself.
I'm saying, but black men, we suffer from the conditioning as well.
Yeah,
We feel like, oh, when we make it, we got to abandon everything that's black about us in order for us to be perceived as high value. You know what I'm saying? We abandon the way we talk. We abandon what we eat. We abandon our women. We abandon, what made us who we are in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It's like whitewashing. You know what I'm saying? We'll spend racks on designer, but we won't. When it's a black-owned clothing brand, we're asking for a fucking discount. You know what I'm saying? That's why, have you heard of a brand called Cortez? Cortez.
Oh,
a streetwear brand.
Yeah.
So basically, they did something amazing, right? Shout out to Clint, by the way. They did something amazing where, they would get their fans to trade in their designer coats for a Cortez bolo jacket, right? And the reason why this was so impactful to me in my eyes is because they're trading in these Moncler, Gucci, Louis, all of these European brands for a black-owned brand. And they're subconsciously saying that we are just as more valuable as these other brands that make a mockery of black people, that won't even hire black models, that steal black people's designs and make it out for them, for their own benefit. You know what I'm saying? Let's say that we are just as valuable as them. What makes our designs more valuable than their designs? And that's why I kind of respected that movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If we're going to talk about not being entitled and saying that no one deserves anything, and we were talking about how important it is and how valuable it is when you create something that is valuable, are they entitled? Just playing devil's advocate, are they entitled?
Who's entitled?
Let's say the Gucci's and all these European companies, are they entitled to hire people of quote unquote?
It's good that this is another thing I wanted to talk about with the entitlement thing. Black people, we are very entitled.
Yeah, we are.
But let me make this very clear. I'm not gonna buy a black-owned brand just because it's black-owned. Just because it's black-owned. People stamp black-owned. Like, you're entitled to my money. Like, we need to also make sure financial empowerment is one of the two cornerstones of us elevating them. I'll get to that in a second. But I feel like also, another important thing is that we need to provide value we need to provide the right amount of value. We can't play games.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that our thing is coming correct. We need to do a due diligence. We need to do product quality control to make sure that our products and what we're offering to the table is quality, not just some I'm gonna slap black on just on this thing and make people buy it and make people feel guilty if they don't buy it because there's a black on thing. Also, like, bro, I pride myself on being a man of value. You know what I'm saying? I pride myself on being a man of value. I pride myself on being like being able to give to my people. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, if what I'm bringing isn't of quality, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna expect no one to partake in it just because I'm a black man. I feel like that's disingenuous. I don't want that fake support. I want real support. You know what I'm saying? I want people to rock on my thing with whatever color you are. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other.
Yeah, I do think personally the term black owned is limited. You're limiting yourself when you're saying that you're black owned, in my view, because you're basically saying I only want black people to consume my product, whereas all these companies that are doing well financially, they don't market themselves as black owned. They're just a company. Why is our self image tied with a color? If the product is quality,
I understand why they do it though. I understand why they do it
because I think it comes from an emotional place though.
Expand.
Because you don't think that black people are valued in terms of how we're perceived societally. You're basically saying, letting people know my product is black owned because look, I can do what you can do too. Forget all that. If your product is quality or whatever, it will speak for you. And I think we need to understand, we need to understand the conditions of the battle, Black people are always going to be under more scrutiny for everything we do. And we can either cry and complain or we can get the job done anyway. Because all this crying and complaining stuff, people don't respect people that they pity. Let me say that again. People don't respect people that they pity. They don't. So you making yourself an object of pity is counterproductive. And that's something we need to do. We need to establish in the household. And it will trickle down in society. That's why I think the biggest issue in the black community is households.
It's households.
We're being spewed with this, I'm entitled to this, I'm entitled to that. Then when we get into the real world, we're shocked. Why are we shocked? The real world will show you that entitlement doesn't get you nothing. You're not entitled to nothing. Like, we have to be real. But you know what? People want their delusion to be fed. And I'm not here to feed anyone's delusions. Sorry. Not sorry. Do you get what I'm saying? We have to be real. And this is the sort of masculine energy that's shitted on. That's not valued. And misunderstood as well. We have to be real about the conditions of the battle. The conditions of the battle is as quote-unquote black people, whether you're a black woman or a black man, you're low-key behind enemy lines. You're under more scrutiny. You're being watched more. That's just the conditions of the battle. So, what are you gonna do? We have a choice to make. You can cry and complain, or you can get the job done in the midst of the adversity or whatever's going on around you. Again, if you make as a man, as men, when we make ourselves objects of pity, our women don't even respect us. And we want to make ourselves objects of pity to wider society and get respected. How does that even work? Again, as a community, we're too emotional. And when we're emotional, we're not productive. People may not like what I'm saying, but who cares? Your feelings are not more important than the truth.
I hear what you're saying, man. But even if we're not perfect, no community is perfect.
No community is perfect.
My love for my people will never die. At the end of the day, I'll always be for us and by us. At the end of the day, despite our flaws, but I feel like in order for us to progress, there needs to be some transparency. But then again, black people, we're not all monolithic. We're all gonna have different kind of opinions. We're gonna have all different kinds of opinions. But I feel like we just need to protect our people as well, because that's also like a masculine trait. You know what I'm saying? Our self-image, we had our part to play in the destruction of our self-image. But at the end of the day, it's also a thing was like, that doesn't give people the right to like, kind of like scrutinize us. For example, like, I don't know if you heard of this case, but I want to get her name right. Her name is Lauren, and she was God rest her soul. She was on this date with this white guy, and she met him on. Have you heard of the story?
No.
No, basically she was on a date with this white guy, right? And it was a Bumble thing, and she was killed on the date. You know what I'm saying? She was killed on the date, and this was like a recent case. And if the thing was like, police still haven't started the investigation on it, and we all know why. This is a black woman, this, that, and the other. And I feel like, despite of how flawed we are, man or woman, we still need to defend each other.
Yeah.
We still need to stick up for each other, because at the end of the day, no one's perfect. We don't really take accountability like that. But at the end of the day, if no one's gonna defend them, who are?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They get shitted on more than anyone.
Yeah.
And there's a thing was like, I know, you know, people might say they're flawed, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, when a black man gets killed by the Fed, they're first in line. They're front line before any other ones. But we abandon them more than anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's the thing was like, it's all about honor. You know what I'm saying? Being a man is also about honor. Like, I've got family members and cousins that don't always do the most perfect thing. But at the end of the day, that's still my family. That's still my blood. I still got to help them out. That's just my personal principle, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I got niggas in jail that have done dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if they call me from the jail, I'm not ignoring their phone call. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it is what it is, you feel me?
But I think how we protect people and how people...
I always come from a proactive sense.
Yeah.
I always, like, when I talk to my YGs, I got a lot of young guys that look up to me, you feel me? So I talk to them and they're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. They tell me these things because they feel like they can trust me. And they know I won't judge them. So I want to do this move, my brethren just died. I want to go to the other side and lay it off. I want to do this, I want to do that. I told them the consequences. But I'm like, do your thing, but be ready to pay the price. Don't come running to me. I'm never going to tell them, don't do it. I would want you not to do it. But when it happens, just be, if you're man enough to go take a life, if you're man enough to make this movie, you're man enough to do this, do that, and the other, just be ready for what comes with it. You gotta take the rough with the smooth at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
But I think if we want to improve the community, again, it starts household by household. It's not gonna start from the top down, it's from the bottom up. So household by household, we need to make sure that, again, as the men, we're doing what we need to do as men, and it will have a trickle-down effect to who we choose as our spouse, to our children, and how they conduct themselves. Not saying it's going to be the same for, there isn't going to be like these odd cases that go like wildly left, but normally, if from what we see, the cases that go wrong, there's either a derelict of duty or someone's not there to fill their role. As Denzel Washington said, if a child hasn't got a father in the home, he'll look for a father in the streets. So when we say that a lot of people that are on road come from single mother households, statistically it's not wrong. But it hurts people's feelings. So again, your feelings are not more important than the truth. And if as a man you can't control your household,
what about the people that come from good homes but they still do bad things?
That's on them to hold themselves accountable.
But do you think? Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think the streets influence you more than the household? What influences you, the streets or the household?
Depends on the household you come from.
Do you think parents need to be super strict in order to keep their kids in line? Do you think their kids...
Super strict is subjective, but you have to be able to step in and control your household when needs be. I'm a Bible man now. I'm a man of God. Yeah. It says, be not a lion in your own house.
Okay.
So you're meant to be a source of like warming energy or whatever, but sometimes a lion got to roar to make sure everything is back in order as a man. If you haven't got control of your household as a man, how are you going to be respected in wider society? You can't even control your house. So we should give you this job. We should give you that job. But your house is not in order. Don't criticize the world when your house is not in order. And as a black community, our houses are not in order. Let's have it right.
I think I feel like people need to be very smart of how they raise their youths, because at the end of the day, it's like, I actually think being super strict is counterproductive, because I know certain people that come from super strict households. As soon as they go uni, they go mad. I know dads who drive their daughters to and from school and they're not allowed to be late, no boyfriends, no nothing, just that and the other. As soon as she goes uni, she's the talk of the town, bro. She's the talk of the town, because like she never was really exposed to love, this, that and the other. So when she finally gets her freedom, she goes haywire, bro. But I feel like it's important to give your youth a little bit of freedom. Just a tiny bit. Not just a tiny bit. Because when kids naturally, when they're too restricted, too restricted, they rebel. It's naturally in a child's psychology to rebel to some aspects, man. You gotta let them get burnt just a tiny bit.
Do you know what though?
So they can think for themselves, bro. Because if you just force your thing on them too much,
and that's why I think the same works for the opposite. If given too much freedom, people tend to make the wrong decision.
It's all about balance.
And that's why I'm saying the man has to be in the household. Because this is just my humble opinion. You can disagree if you want. When children get to a certain age, especially boy children, when they're about 13, if the mum's presiding over them by herself, she's not that she's struggling, but she's going to have a hard time to control that child.
Do you think a young black men have too much pressure on them to be the man of the house?
Yeah, because the dad's not there. The problem is, so the son has turned into a surrogate husband, bruv. As a son husband. Again,
that's true.
The man needs to be there to provide balance. It's not a case of polarity is important. The woman needs to be in her feminine role. The man needs to be in her masculine role. And they come together to provide harmony and balance. If there's one there and there's something missing, it's always going to be problematic. There's a reason why the yin and the yang theory exists. Polarity, everything is understood through its opposite. We can't have something missing. They're understood in their opposites. You understand the yang through the yin, and you understand the yin through the yang. But if there's something missing, the puzzle is incomplete. So we need to go back. Well, not even we need to go back. We need to make sure that we have functional households, and that starts with the man. We need to choose better women. We need to make better decisions with who we inseminate. That's how it starts. We don't complain about the system this, the system that. By the time we complain about the system, the damage is done.
Let me tell you something about the system, yeah. I don't give a fuck who's in office. I don't give a fuck who's the party is. I'm gonna get mine regardless. Period. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what policies is in the, you have to be able to adapt to anything that this world is putting in you. I understand that this is gonna hold me back in some aspects, but I don't care, bro. I don't care enough.
Let the chips fall as they may, but I have to put my best foot forward.
Period, bro. I feel like that victim mentality is so washed, bro. No, I'm saying for real, like. But I feel like black people, the only way we're gonna elevate is what you saying, financial empowerment, and like fucking destroying the victim mentality, bro.
Yeah,
I'm saying destroying the victim mentality, man.
And you know what as well? We don't understand the value of teamwork. Yeah. We always hear this independent woman thing thrown out or whatever.
But let me tell you something. Sometimes a woman ain't got no choice.
Yes, I agree. But let's be honest, yeah.
My mom had no choice but to be independent, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I hear that. But what it is when you're by yourself, it's always gonna be harder. So if you're not willing to sacrifice for the betterment of the collective, you don't understand the game. Collaboration is key. You come together people join forces to make
what if her baby dad is beating her up every night?
But again,
isn't the beating with him even worse?
No, but you see what it is, yeah? We always have 1,000,001 excuses, and I don't want to hear it, because it's always, what if the baby dad, but what if the baby mum? Now what? We can do what ifs forever.
It's a valid hypothetical.
But if we're gonna do hypotheticals, we can do hypotheticals so the cows come home. Again, it's not about how I feel. It's about duty. I don't care. My feelings do not matter in the grand scheme of things. I have to be a man for my family, bro. It's not about me. Men don't understand that. Do you get it? It's not about how I feel.
Not about how you feel.
This is the thing, yeah? Society will show you, yeah, that men's feelings do not matter in the grand scheme of things. I don't care about how you feel. Get the job done.
Period.
That's the same with your family, bruv. Provide for your family. I don't care how you got to get it done. Get it done. Do you think when you come home and you're giving your woman a bag of excuses that she's rating your thing? Absolutely not. But this. But that. No. Get it done. Because when you get shit done, people value work.
Period.
Execution is worshipped. We don't care about these excuses, bro. I don't care. And because of that, I'm misunderstood. For me, I genuinely think, because I'm not really on this excuses thing, and when people come, I'm not really here with this, but yeah, man, sympathy. No. What did you do? Sympathy. The question I'm going to ask is, what did you do? If you complain about your girl, okay, what did you do? You're my boy. I don't care about your girl, respectfully. You're my boy. So, women are always saying that how men need to hold other men accountable. What did you do? We can address the other party later, but what did you do? People don't want to hold themselves accountable, because when they hold themselves accountable, they can't play the victim.
But let me tell you something. People are so blind to accountability, yeah? Bro, taking responsibility for a situation is the most liberating thing you could ever do. Because if you understand that this situation, I had a part to play in this situation fucking up. Now I have a part to play in this situation becoming better. Responsibility. People say with great power comes great responsibility. With great responsibility comes great power. If you're always pointing out someone else, saying he's the reason why I'm not where I want to be, she's the reason why I'm not where I want to be, the government, this, that, and the other, making cry, but you're giving your power away. You're giving your power away, bro.
Not only are you giving your power away, you don't view yourself as someone with power in the first place, which is the problem. People do not understand the power they have. And because they don't understand the power they have, that's why they find it so comforting to play the victim. We don't do on this podcast, A Matter of Mindset, we don't do this victim thing. We don't.
Victim mentality comes from entitlement, bro. It comes from entitlement, bro. You need to understand that if with me, if I don't move, nothing moves, bro.
Yeah.
If I don't move, nothing moves. If you don't move this podcast thing, nothing moves, because you're not in a position where everyone's screaming and shouting for you to start over, do that and the other. We need more podcast things, this, that, and the other. You are, but at the end of the day, if you don't move, this thing is gonna expand. Just like if I don't move, this thing is gonna expand. If the wife don't take right options, if the husband don't take right actions, and nothing is going to move. The power is in your hands.
Yeah.
But the reason why people have this victim mentality is that because it is a mixture of entitlement and fear. The fear that wow, this is my
This
fault.
could go wrong.
This could go wrong, and this is my fault. But when you let go of that fear, guess what? The power's in your hands now.
Yeah.
Now you have the opportunity to move things forward. Now you have the opportunity to this, that, and the other. But let me tell you something. The most powerful thing is sacrifice. People say that I don't have the time to change my situation. I don't have the time to do this. I don't have the time to shoot this podcast. I don't have the time to go studio. I don't have the time to go to gym. You only gonna progress in things that you make a priority, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you want to progress in something, prioritize it. I don't care about you wanting to go out with your friends. Let me tell you something. My life is not pleasure based, bro. I don't give a fuck about pleasure, bro. Pleasure never gave me nothing but pain. But I had to put the pain first, then I can get the pleasure. Short-term pleasure equates to long-term pain.
Yeah.
Long-term pain, short-term pain equates to long-term pleasure.
Yeah.
Period.
Nah, it's real talk. It's real talk.
Pain is your friend, pleasure is your enemy.
Real talk. Real talk.
I'm saying, so like, but there's a lot of pain within this community, this, that, and the other. So it's a thing was like people medicate on so many things. Escapism is so prevalent. But I feel like when we tap into reality, that's just gonna be the key, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
And for you to tap into reality, you have to manage your ego, bruv. You have to listen. There's so many issues, but again, it goes back to you cannot fix the world if your house is not in order. Fix yourself, yeah. As an individual, blame yourself first. If there's a situation that you're involved in, yeah,
it might not be your fault, but you still have to take responsibility.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Don't take what he's saying for because
this is to them.
People are gonna misinterpret what you say. But let's make it clear.
You know what it is? As men,
it's not about fault, it's about responsibility. It's not your fault that you're in this position, but it's still your responsibility to come out of it.
Yeah.
In a better sense, you know what I'm trying to say?
I'm talking to the men here, yeah? You see, as men, every situation that we find ourselves in, blame ourselves first, yeah? My baby mama's acting up. You impregnated her. Did you not check her temperament before you gave her your seed? And if you didn't, that's on you. Yeah? As men, we have to preach accountability. That's not the woman's job. That's the man's job.
Yeah.
So when I'm saying that, I'm talking to men. Yeah? Because I've got a lot of men viewers on this podcast. Shout out you lot. We're talking to the men here. Change starts with the man. Change does not start with the women.
Period.
So the reason why women are the way they are is because the men are not the way they are. So the men have to be the initiators. You asked me about podcasts earlier. I was listening to one Inky Johnson podcast. He's like a man of God or whatever. Shout out Inky Johnson. He was talking about a leader is the person that goes first. So men have to initiate the change. We're complaining about this and that. What are we doing to change? Mm-hmm. And if we're not doing that to change, don't complain. Even with me, yeah? Just a little story about me. I was complaining about, how much I hate my job, What was I doing to change it at the time? Nothing. Who was I vexed at? Myself. If I didn't make the change, nothing would have happened. I have to be the change that I want to see. The change starts with me. It doesn't start with anyone else. So the message to the viewers listening to this podcast, watching this podcast, change starts with you. No one is... When you change, people have to change around you.
Period.
It doesn't work the other way around.
Collapse. Bro, let me tell you something. One more thing about masculinity. I think men don't understand how important it is to have the capability of being dangerous. Being dangerous, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so integral to have the capability of being dangerous because it just warrants respect. You don't have to go around and fucking niggas up, bro. But at the end of the day, you have to be capable that if your loved one's in danger, you can take up the opportunity and you can be fearless enough to take up the opportunity to defend what you want and defend what you... Because, listen, this shit is cutthroat. We come from the hood, bro. We come from the hood. We come from the ends. You know what I'm saying? Then the person... Let me tell you something. The person that doesn't want to get knocked out, the first person to get punched in the face. You can't show fear. You can't... You gotta be... brave in the face. I know it's unfair expectation of men because some people are like scary, but at the end of the day, it's like if you and your wife are on the bed together and you hear something going crazy downstairs, you need to be able to have the mental fortitude to go down and see what the fuck is going on. You can't tell her to go do it. She needs to be able to trust you as a man.
Yep.
You feel me? If you see in your bedroom getting chiefed up and you don't do nothing, you cannot call yourself a real man. Period. You know what I'm saying? You need to... Being a man is all about defending and dying for your honor. You need to be able to have the capability of doing a mental fortitude of doing that. I'm not saying go around and cause trouble. That's for pussy niggas. At the end of the day, you need to be able to defend your honor as a man because that's all you have. And certain men are going to test you, especially when you become more of a high value man, especially when you elevate in this thing. Certain people are going to test you. When you're walking around with a beautiful woman, or you're walking around with a rollie, or you're walking around with something that's valuable, some people are going to test your masculinity, and you got to have enough heart to say, yo, this isn't happening today. This isn't happening today. This, that, and the other. It's all about reputation and respect, bro. You can have a screw face, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. You can walk around like the tough guy, rare. But at the end of the day, certain men are gonna test you, bro. So the reputation speaks more than your image, bro. The image, you could just fix it up and but at the end of the day, you can, bro. Bobby Shmurda, goofy guy, but his reputation shows that he's nothing to play with. Reputation is more important, but there could be a tough guy like, bro. There's certain tough men that walk around that don't want to kill niggas, fam. They're not lifting what I lift, bro. I'll smack them up, bro. Big man thing. So it's like, I don't know, like it's just the capability of being able to hunt for your food, being able to do what it takes, go the furthest extent to defend. That's why I tell man, learn some combat sports because self-defense is out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, you never know whenever you need it. At the end of the day, like, if something happens, your family's gonna turn to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate that the man's life is more disposable than anyone else's life, but at the end of the day, that's just the way.
That's just the conditions of the battle.
That's just the way of the man. At the end of the day, fam. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have the mental fortitude to be able to do that.
I think as well, touching on the point about, you see, when you have something that's valuable, you're not the only person that thinks it's valuable. So in regards to your woman, the reason why she's your woman is because you value her, assuming you do,
That's what I'm saying.
Anything that you value, you have to protect.
That's
it. But
bro, and there's another thing, is that this is one more thing that I want to touch on. I know we don't have much time left, but is the thing was like, in the past year, it was the thing was like, there was certain men that wanted to like join into this thing that I was building, right? And what I do, I kind of like, I like testing people. You know what I'm saying? I like testing people. I like testing, seeing how serious they are about certain things. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. Oh, you wanna get into this rap thing? Okay, come studio with me. Oh, you wanna get into this rare thing? Okay, cool. Do this thing for me. I look at people's actions. I don't look at people's words. You feel me? At the end of the day, this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, it's like, I can see someone's potential from a mile away. But at the end of the day, you can't save everyone. You know what I'm saying? People can only save themselves. You feel me? This, that, and the other. So the thing is like, if I see your potential and you're not living up to it, at the end of the day, I can't come down to reach out for your hand and this, that, and the other. Fam, when certain man go over the hill and reach the promised land, at the end of the day, I can't, like, you can't be like, oh, rare, where's my bringing? You didn't bring anything to the table at the end of the day. So like, I can't save you. I can't save people. I can't put a gun to your head and tell you to go grind. You have to go grind yourself, because bro, as I said before, if I'm not moving, nothing is moving. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So like, if you're not moving, I can't move it for you. You have a vision. You have to be fully obligated to move forward, regardless of how you're feeling or what's going on that day. Make it a priority, bro. I don't understand why certain man don't make the purpose a priority, fam. They make pussy a priority. They make fucking catching the latest episode of Red Tear priority. They make fucking Clubhouse a priority. Talking shit on the fucking shit a priority. They're making all of this shit a priority. They're making drip a priority. They're not making their own thing a priority, and that circles around back to like being a creator instead of a consumer. Create your vision. Don't just consume other people's thing. Being a leech, fam. I don't give a fuck about being in a club, bro. I want my music to be in the club. I want my fucking bro. Like I don't care about all of the shit I used to care about, bro. And I've never been more liberated, fam.
Yeah. You know, start with the end in mind.
Start with the end in mind. You feel me?
Yeah. You're saying we're wrapping up, yeah? Wrapping up.
Are we wrapping up if you want to?
Yeah, I think we've covered everything still. Nah, Kdali, thank you for coming again. Thank you for coming on to the
better than last time.
Yeah, much better. Obviously,
I'm saying.
Watch out for this episode coming soon. A Matter of Mindset. Joseph Carpe DM putting in work from the AM to the PM.
What do you want to tell the people? What do you want to tell the people for this year? What do you want to
tell the people?
What advice do you want to tell them?
Just hold yourself accountable, man, and value yourself. Hold yourself accountable and value yourself. Those two things.
All right, man. Hey, you lot, peace.
Cool.